Everyone, welcome. My name is Damit Kotalawala. I'm from Sri Lanka and have been within the telco and IT industry for almost 15 plus years. So here, today I'm going to explain about my concept on hardening this OTP with an added security layer called teleauth. So let me explain the flow. So since I don't have my personal laptop, I had to draw everything from the beginning. So let me explain the flow. Okay, so this is my teleauth secure OTP flow. So basically, I am a person who works in Sri Lanka, and I do work for my employer from Sri Lanka, and I usually use a VPN to connect Singapore, and from there only I connect to my employer's network. And sometimes, so with this pandemic, and we got a lot of complaints from Sri Lankan perspective and etc. So a lot of hacking softwares being able to manipulate the OTP, and they were able to break into the systems by reading these SMSs which are coming into their phones. So for that, so I'm coming up with a concept called teleauth. So basically, within the teleauth, what we do is we basically like the application designer can go through the same process up to the OTP level. So basically, user can come via his mobile or some workstation, and it can go to the login page. Then basically the application loads the profile just to verify they got a authentication detail for a valid person. Then it will send an OTP to that person's mobile phone. It will go here, and once that person enters the valid OTP, they will granted to log into the application. So that is the basic flow. So when it's come to the anomalous activities, for example, I am a Sri Lankan who logs into the Singapore VPN and do something. So the IDCS, this identity layer, can have a added layer to verify the locations. So basically, some identity providers do have the perimeter protection, the location based blockings and etc. But that will use the IP address of this VPN. So in order to verify the actual location of that user, what they can use is if they are having an issue with the location, or if that specific platform is getting sensing a sort of brute force attack towards that OTP platform, it can redirect that request to teleauth. So within the teleauth, what I am proposing is, so it is the system will be the provider will be given like sort of a number series to the identity provider over here. So they will basically pop up a message with the with a number. Okay, please dial this number. So then it will get disconnected, and we will verify your from there. So basically what will happen is, when you give a missed call to this specific number, there will be a pop-up. So the signaling system will automatically identify the number, calling number, and it will disconnect the call. So within this platform, what this should do is, it should create an API call towards teleauth with a tracking ID and the collected real customer's phone number, or like alternative like backup verification number. So a person can have two numbers, one is office and one is personal. So if something goes wrong with the authentication over here with the office number, they can use the secondary number which haven't got compromised to the internet. And this system will create a pop-up to asking, okay, dial this number. So once he dial the call to this specific number, the call will get disconnected. And within the logic, so the provider, this teleauth system will go through the SS7 or SIGTRAN system with a SRIO HLR query, and it will get the MNC. MNC is the mobile network code, and MCC is the mobile country code. So if the provider allows, we can get the cell ID as well. So basically, from this thing, they can validate actually the person's location. So even I am logging into the Singapore IP address of the Singapore network. Now the system can get the actual information about the real location of the user. Okay, so then after getting the cell ID, you can basically triangulate the location from the cell ID using the gsm.org's like open the cell ID databases. Then it can return the result using the tracking ID which got the customer's application with the actual location. So within the identity control or the decide like the what you call the authentication component, they can analyze the feedback. Okay, is this employee allowed to log in from Sri Lanka? So they can take that decision. Okay, if that person is allowed, okay, I will let him in. For example, assume I am allowed to work from Sri Lanka but not from India. So for example, I might have traveled to India for a leisure, but I'm trying to access the office system using the VPN via India. Okay, so at that moment I might be using my mobile phone on the roaming. So if you do the SRI query using the teleauth, the HLR query, it will know the actual network MCC, MNC and cell ID which this phone got latched. Okay, so apparently, okay, system will know, okay, this person has moved to India, and the application can block the access accordingly. Okay, I believe I was able to explain the concept called teleauth here conveniently for you. So I am opening this discussion to internet to take it or reject it with your comments or anything. So if you are willing to use my concept, like please be kind enough to credit to my name because I had to go through a lot of research using my testing infrastructure and etc. to come up with this. And thank you very much. Hope you will use this concept for a real implementation to secure our daily life during this pandemic and secure your infrastructure. And this is going to basically help you with all these government access and etc. You can enforce this sort of security whenever you are accessing a critical systems like nuclear plants or something via even VPN. And hope this will help to secure our world and make our life easy by getting rid of all these bad people. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video, and hope to hear your comments and inputs on getting this improved further. Thank you very much.